Making sense of Mamata Banerjee's stunning victory in West Bengal. A win so big that it caught almost everyone from pollsters to political observers off guard. Just look at these final numbers now. The Trinamool Congress settling at 213 seats, up from last time, and the BJP finally at 77. In fact, the TMC's vote share actually rose. It rose from 45% in 2016, we put those figures up on the screen for you, to 48%. So a 3 percentage point jump in the TMC's vote share. That's really a huge jump, frankly, for any party, especially, as I mentioned, a third term for the Chief Minister is quite remarkable. Is quite remarkable, in fact, a third term for a Chief Minister. Now, very few, frankly, those watching from a distance saw this coming. In fact, by the end, the BJP's high decibel campaign, spearheaded by the BJP's big two, Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah, had convinced more than a few observers that Mamata Banerjee might actually lose. But now that the dust has settled, it's worth asking whether, if one cut through the perception of a massive BJP surge, was the party a serious contender at all? One of the reasons why so many have felt persuaded of a BJP win was that it had done extraordinarily well in the Lok Sabha elections, winning 18 seats, the equivalent of 120 assembly seats. But what that assumption misses is that the BJP was actually up against its own track record, where it has faltered in replicating its massive Modi-powered Lok Sabha wins in the states. Analysis done by Pranoy Roy in our election desk in December last year had actually pointed this out, that the Bengal outcome we're seeing today may be a result of the BJP's Lok Sabha versus Vidhan Sabha problem. The BJP regularly underperforms in assembly elections versus the Lok Sabha. In 10 state elections before and after the 2019 Lok Sabha, the BJP has actually seen a 13 to 17% negative swing away from how it's done in the Lok Sabha. Let's just put up on the screen for you some of the examples of that. So there on the screen for you, you have the states which went to polls before the 2019 Lok Sabha. And you can see that everywhere the BJP actually doesn't do very well. In fact, now that the results are in, if one looks at the phase-wise data of this eternal 8-phase election, it suggests that the Trinamool Congress was actually always comfortably ahead, contrary to the narrative that the BJP had got off to a roaring start, powered by a high-profile campaign in Nandigram in the second phase. Let's just look at that. In the first phase, which was largely south to southwest Bengal of the 30 seats, the TMC was not ahead, actually won 18 of those seats, and the BJP only 12. In the second phase, again 30 seats, again broadly the same region, south and southwest Bengal. This included Nandigram. The TMC actually won close to 20 seats, the BJP 11. By the third phase, 31 seats, this is the sort of greater Kolkata region, Howrah, Hooghly and so on. The TMC swept this phase, winning 27 seats, the BJP just 4 seats. Fourth phase, 44 seats, Greater Kolkata and North Bengal region, TMC at 31, the BJP at 12. In between these phases were the Sitalkuchi killings, where central forces fired on 4 Trinamool workers from the minority community in North Bengal, which, as we'll see, could have become an important turning point. By the fifth phase, 45 seats, Central and North Bengal, the TMC at 27, the BJP did well in this phase, 17. But look at what happens after that. Phase 6, 43 seats, Central and North Bengal, TMC virtually sweeps 35 to 8. Phase 7, 34 seats. This is again North Central Bengal. This is the Muslim belt and Kolkata. Again a TMC sweep, 25 to 9. And the last phase, 35 seats, again North Central Bengal and Kolkata. The TMC continued to sweep 31 to 4.